Happy Monday. So we're here. I putting up cattle panels. Finally, these are not hog panels. These are cattle panels. I'm distancing them a little bit from the ground. I will go around later and put another fencing in to keep groundhogs out. But for right now, my main focus is to keep the deer out. I can only fit 3 cattle panels on top of my. I drive a 2017 Dodge Pro City van. It's the little tiny van, and I can only fit 3 of these on the roof at a time. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to need about 16, 17 panels to complete this. All the fence posts are in. I just can't even tell you how happy that makes me. So it took me the back row, every single post hole I was sawing out roots from maple trees. What a project. It took me all day Friday to get the last of the roots out and the last of the post holes in. I did sink them in concrete because as I sunk them 18 inches into the ground, when I got to the back maple trees suck up a lot of water. And by the time I got down to 14 inches, I thought, okay, I'm good to go. And I kept digging, and I would hit a root, and then I'd have to get my saw out. And as soon as I got the saw, as long as it took me to get the saw out and get busy sawing on that tree root, it had filled up with water. So that's how much, even though the rest of this is dry, we've got really dry areas. We haven't had a tremendous amount of rain. The river that I live on is way down. Real easy to fish for steelhead right now. But underneath the wood chips and the leaves, it's still damp. Grateful for that. But I was absolutely amazed. I would drop a post hole in and get a bath. It had enough water in each hole to splash up and soak me. So that was fun. But today I'm going to get these 3 up, and then I'm going back tonight and pick up 3 more. So here's the deal, guys. I bought the gift cards from our local supermarket, and I bought a $500 gift card to Tractor Supply to buy my cattle panels. And with my fence posts and my $500 gift card, I currently have $2.10 off a gallon of gas. So I think that was worth it. I think it's worth stopping to do that, to pick up the gift card and go kind of through the rigmarole of doing that. It takes like 5 more minutes out of your day. They're actually, like, you can see Tractor Supply from the place I have to buy the gift cards. So it's not that hard to do. But I would say if you're contemplating a big project, they have Home Depot, Lowe's, um, any store you could think of that you need to buy these things. And so I would definitely get the gift cards. That's gas right now is going for 3.08 a gallon here. That was the last time I looked. So that gives me $1.08 a gallon to fill up my van. That is well worth the aggravation. So I'm going to put the last panel up, and I will keep everyone updated on how the project's going. I am super excited over this. And then we'll take a tour in the hoop house. It is 41 degrees today. It's been like that all day. We started the day at 41, and we have 30-mile-an-hour winds. So it is chilly out here. The hoop house has been pretty. I'm covering it at night because we do drop down over the weekend we dropped to 15 degrees with wind chills, and then during the day I didn't have to open the doors. We stayed pretty much in the 40s. So, but I am now picking lettuce. So I want to take everybody in and give you the grand tour of what's going on in there. And I have some other things to do. So stay tuned. Okay, so I've kind of developed the system. I used it on my chicken enclosure over there. It's just a fat washer and a 1.5-inch screw. I don't think I could have gone to 2-inch screws. But the one thing I've learned in the 40 years of gardening here is that things have to move and be flexible. So if I need to take one of these panels down, I don't want it stapled in. I don't want it so I can't get I don't know, a chipper through here or a rototiller, or I don't use a rototiller, but whatever it is, if we have a tree come down, I want tree guys to be able to get back here and take care of that. So I screw pilot holes, I drill pilot holes into all my 4x4 fence posts, and then I just screw it in. And then if I want to take this up, I just have to back that screw off and I can lift this whole panel up. So I'm putting in 2 on each post all the way down. And then eventually a board will come over this and this will all be covered. And then I'm thinking of running electrical wiring up here because this is nothing for the deer to jump, nothing. But I know if I have electric up here, it definitely deters them. So, all right, that was my last panel. So I'm excited. I'm going to go in and get hot cocoa. So, a report from inside the hoop house. I am starting to pick the outer leaves of the lettuce, and you cannot buy lettuce like that in the grocery store. I'm just saying. I get enough for a salad at night. Excuse me. It is 62 degrees in here. Outside with our wind chill right now, it's 29. Everything looks good. I still have my cold brassicas started in here. Look how good these are doing. These are ready to go outside, but we have a whole week of really cold weather. So I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see if I put them out. Kohlrabi's ready to go out. I did start some brassicas later in case these bolt, because we've had wild temperature fluctuations. And it looks like we need to water in here. So as soon as I can, I'll bring the hose in and get everything watered. But gosh, the spinach is ready. I can get a few spinaches. Oh, so good. The kale is delicious. I picked some yesterday. It's so sweet. It's the baby tender kale. You just pick the outer leaves. It's absolutely delicious. So, and I forgot last fall, I had sprinkled kale seeds through here. So I have lots of little baby kales coming up. I can't tell you what a difference this hoop house has made. It's really, the bok choy I planted last fall is now going to seed. And I'm going to let it go to seed. I'm going to let it flower, and then I'll collect the seeds. Much more controlled environment than outside. I have one that's ready to eat, so we might have some stir fry. But I wish everyone, this is almost as important as chickens to me. So far in the last week, I got all the blueberries moved, the blackberries moved, all 35 fence posts have been put in the ground. It's been wild. Just work every day, plus all the kitchen stuff that has to get done. So it's been a really busy time. The other thing, I went to buy chickens at Tractor Supply yesterday when I picked up my cattle panels. None. 0 chickens. And I said, and this is the time of the year where they've usually got everything filled, all the chickens are in, and they had nothing. And I was a little shocked by this. So I asked at the front desk, I said, what's going on with the chickens? And they said, they have not gotten a shipment in 2 weeks. They're hoping for a shipment today. So I may run up and see if they have any more today. I need 6 chickens. That's about all I need on this place. A half acre holds 6 chickens perfectly. There are no varieties available. He said as fast as they come in, they go. You get what you get. There's no picking chickens this year. And I said, well, I don't want any roosters. And he said, sometimes you can get it's a crapshoot this year. So I was a little astounded at that. And then I watched Parkrose Permaculture, and I'll put a link down below. She's probably one of the best videos on what's coming for us in the realm of chickens. If you have backyard chickens, not everybody should have backyard chickens. They are a lot of responsibility. They do take some work. Um, I I don't know. So far, what I'm reading in Scientific America, because Parkrose Permaculture, after she posted it, I went and got Scientific America, and JFK said they ought to let the virus rip. Then the article backs it up by saying, from the University of North Carolina, we can't let this virus rip. We will have it can wipe out your entire flock 90 to 100% in 3 to 4 days. So it is scary. So I don't know if you can, we might be doing chicken shares like we do milk shares, cattle shares. I don't know. But I think everybody really needs to start paying attention to what's going on. And local food, I think, is where it's at. Really support, try to support your local farmers. I am in a situation right now, I'm on fixed income. So I have a very small amount of money that I can afford to put into, that's why I grow so much food. And so for me to be able to buy a 50-pound bag of barley from an organic farmer in Idaho and have it delivered to my doorstep by Amazon, and I am not a proponent of Amazon, it's just right now, it is all I can afford. For me to buy from a local farmer, it is 3 times the price. So you really do have to do what's best for you. There's no good or bad. I think we all have to survive. So you figure it out. I tried to figure out my carbon footprint. I tried to figure out what was best for the two of us, our family, and that is what I came up with. I wish I could buy $50 from the guy who lives up the road. I just can't pay $150 for a 50-pound bag of barley. Flour, I haven't been down. I'm almost ready to buy a 50-pound bag of flour. All my flour that I buy is non-bromated, organic, no glyphosates. It comes out of Canada. It's a high protein flour. It's for bread. My husband still eats bread. I really don't eat too much bread. But the interesting part of that is I can tolerate a couple slices of the bread I make with the flour that I get out of Canada if I used a regular brand name that you get out of the grocery store. My joints, I'm swollen the next day. I can hardly walk the next day. So I'm on an anti-inflammation diet. That's why you see so many greens here. But you have to do what's best for you. And I can't stress that enough. You don't live where I live. I don't live where you live. You figure it out. And I think consumer awareness right now is pinnacle. It's at the peak. So I just think for everything that I do, I dive down a rabbit hole because there's so many hidden things, and you have to pay attention. So that's what's going on in the hoop house. That's what's going on in the yard. I'll be back later in the week. I'm doing a lot of kitchen stuff this week. I tend to do things like I'm making meatballs this week, and so I can put them in the freezer, and it's a very quick, because we're going into busy season and I don't have time to run in the house and make a 4-course dinner. Not that I ever did, but it's so nice to reach in the freezer and grab 5 meatballs. And I had zoodles the other night, zucchini spiralized zucchini, and I threw a handful of meatballs. I make little tiny meatballs, and I have pasta sauce that I can last fall. Perfect dinner. It's done in 15 minutes. Yay! That's what we love. So I'll be happier when I can pick my way through the garden on my way to the back door, and then we eat that. But we're not quite there yet. So anyway, happy Monday, and I am going to harvest some lettuce and go have dinner salad.